Good evening, everyone. Welcome to InSpectres, the first episode, actually, of our InSpectres game. InSpectres being Sorry. InSpectres being a game that is a take on ghost hunting, reality TV, and also Ghostbusters, because, you know, that's kind of where the name came from. It's a game that plays with D6s. We're going to go through a bit of the rules today anyway as we play, just to both have a reminder for our players and also to introduce you, chat, to the mechanics of the game. That said, I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to the Wandering Society. We'll play the intro again in a few moments, but first, we'll just shout out our sponsors very quickly, beginning with Mage and Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplement. You can check them out at mageandpress.com, and you can use code WanderingDM to get 15% off all of your purchases. If you're into coffee, like I am, check out Found Familiar. They finally got their most popular coffee back, the Good Berry, which is arguably the best that they've made. So definitely check them out at foundfamiliar.com. We're using tonight, as usual, the platform that we use for all of our games here, Roll20. If you want to play games with your friends online, you should check out Roll20 at roll20.net. And finally, a shout out to our affiliates, Die Hard Dice, who are releasing tomorrow something very, very cool. I got to see a glimpse of the new dice set that I am definitely going to get, and I'm not saying that because I'm shilling for them. It's because it's got exactly the colors, the patterns, and the metals that I like. I don't think I can talk more about it than that, but it's in like 12 hours. 12 hours for the new set. So check it out at dieharddice.com. Otherwise, hello, players. Welcome.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Hi.
Let's go around the table. Introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are playing in like just a few words, because we'll discover who your characters are in game as I tweak last little things that bug me on the overlay right now. So we'll start with the person to my right on the overlay, and we're going to go counterclockwise. So we will begin with a returning face on the channel, Mike. Hi.
Hello. I'll be playing Bunk. You can call me Okabuck. Sail more.
And
that's all you need.
That's all they need to know. Yeah. Nothing more.
What are his pronouns?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a he, him. Just in case you didn't know. Thank you for asking.
I mean, I know, but I wanted our viewers to.
Well, thank you for
also
asking, though.
Of course.
They're also displayed on the overlay from time to time, as well as your role in the company. So next up, we have right above Mike, we have Hannah. Hello.
Hello, I am Hannah, and in this campaign, I will be playing Gemma Artel. Pronouns she, her.
To the other side, Pooja. Hi.
Hello. Hey, everybody. I am Pooja. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Noor Sabah tonight, whose pronouns are also she, her.
And last but not least, we have Andrew.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew. I'm going to be playing Merle Longjambon, and I'm going to mess that up for a little bit. It's okay. I will get the pronunciation that I want eventually. And his pronouns, my pronouns, he, him, through and through. So that's me.
Cool. You will see, by the way, before we just go back to the intro and start the game, you'll notice that at the bottom of the screen, we have numbers, which are actually the pool of dice. So InSpectres plays with pools of d6s. Each player has their own, according to whatever attributes they have. But they also have what we call franchise dice, which are this pool of dice that they can use to augment or improve whatever roll, or at least even the odds of a lot of the rolls they're going to make. But the thing is, and that's the sort of the gist of InSpectres, is your franchise is having a bit of a hard time. In fact, your Florida franchise of InSpectres recently was hit by a string of unfortunate incidents/accidents, which led you to be almost bankrupt, and was only saved by the fact that there is a camera crew. So a producer came up to you, made you an offer, You're now followed around by a camera crew. You've been turned into a reality TV show, which is what the game is going to be about. I'll remind all of you players that you can, once per scene, at any moment, you can decide to enter the talking head room and have a one-on-one with the camera in which you can either call back something, like have a flashback, or you can change the game, or you can assign a trait to someone, and if that person plays along with the trait, you get bonus dice, but they are never, ever forced to do so. That said, let's go back to our intro, and when we come back, the game proper. And we're back. So, we are located across the parking lot from a grocery store, somewhere in a generic, undisclosed location that might be Tallahassee, might be Pensacola, in Florida. The InSpectres, a totally legit company of ghost hunters, specialize in hunting down and ridding people of their 3Gs, the ghosts, the ghouls, and the goblins. They the entire supernatural phenomenons is now something that is known. People are aware of ghosts and ghouls and goblins to the point where they treat them pretty much like vermin. And you, seeking profitability, have bought an old, which we can see on the overlay, bought and tried to fix an old office, abandoned office on a sort of like a strip mall, part of which was blown up by accident, or maybe by accident, by your techie Noor a couple of weeks ago. I think we're going to open our episode tonight, our first episode, with Noor coming back from her sick leave, basically. As the sun rises on the eastern seaboard, Noor enters the InSpectres' office, where everyone else is already maybe hard at work. Actually, what are you all doing? If we're the camera, we are the camera. I'm the camera crew. I'm following Noor around. The door opens. What do we see inside? What are the three of you up to?
see. You see Oka Buck sitting in a chair in the corner, rapidly texting, mumbled, kind of annoyed at the moment. Fortunately, he's talking to his ex-wife. Damn that bitch.
The camera zooms in, kind of out of focus on your desk. What would be the one thing that stands out on your desk right now amid the clutter and the paperwork? Probably the old beige computers, which were the only ones you were able to buy on such a meager budget.
The only thing that really stands out is a small flask that's in the corner, kind of hiding a little bit behind of a speaker. It has the symbol of a sports team on it. Sports team is at his old high school when he was playing lacrosse. His old glory days, if you will.
The camera would then pan to one of the other two employees that are here today. Wants to go next? Merle, Gemma?
Merle is would be actually in the garage working on the car. It's the usual place that you're going to find him when nothing else is going on. Surprisingly, the car seems to never change, despite the number of hours spent. And you hear the very common mechanic sounds, the clicking and the tapping and the sudden banging, loud banging of, a hammer on some like metal part somewhere. But yeah, he's presently, all you see is the legs coming out from under the car. It's not even raised up on a proper jack. It's just, two of those kind of like you just drive the car up and it lifts it like only about a foot off the ground. And he's just, don't know if it's in park yet, but he's there. Yeah, just banging away.
And I mean, Merle is probably the one person that spends the most time in the garage out of everyone. You've probably, have personalized it, customized it a bit for your taste.
Yeah.
What's something that, screams Merle in this garage?
There's like this old, like it looks really like a piece out of history. Just like one of those old giant like record players with like the big horn, and it's just playing some old vinyl. Like it's been played so often it even sounds scratchy as it's like spinning. Something of like a what kind of music would he? Kind of like a gospel-ish revival style of music. Something, quasi-religious and quasi-happy, but also, you get the whole choir in there and all of that.
So like gospel
kind of
rock or something.
Yeah, just a little less rock because of course Grandma wouldn't truck with that, so not allowed. He's not allowed to play it on her old record player. Can't have no devil music on that record player.
You don't want Grandma to come back out of the grave so that you would actually have to do your job.
We rested Grandma long ago. Bless her soul. Let her just keep resting easy.
And the last person we would see before entering the lab where Noor spends most of her time is Gemma.
Gemma's in her office at the back of the building where it's lovingly referred to as the smoking section. She is on her computer looking at houses that she can't afford, but she still likes to look at them.
And I mean, okay, that's a given. The ceiling is probably yellowed or yellower than the rest of the office. But what's something else that we would see on, let's say, on a shelf?
Well, I don't know about the shelves, but on the walls are definitely her credentials. She was a college professor, and she is very proud of her accomplishments, and she likes to point to them in arguments whenever somebody tries to act like they know better than she does.
And then our camera crew hurries over across the building as Noor finally sets into her old lab. I'm gonna ask you a very obvious question, Noor. What's the extent of the damage? How bad is it when we're finally allowed to peek in with our cameras?
Are you asking me?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, how tied are you to walls?
Structural integrity is overrated.
Yeah, well, so, there's... Nora will say it's a very unimportant wall. It's, like, that's the reason that she, listen. Safety procedures require you to maintain a good distance when testing out new technology. And so there was a special corner wall that had a large table on it. And that is where you put things on, and then you back up about like 30 feet, maybe against a kind of wall you've put together to help protect you from shrapnel. And that's where you go boom. And so it did what it was supposed to.
It went boom.
There's a hole in the wall above where the table was, but
it hasn't been patched yet.
The breeze is nice. It's a good escape from the stale smoke air. Maybe that's where people come if they need to get a breath of fresh air.
I mean, we couldn't afford air conditioning, right?
No. Something lives in your air conditioning vents, and it owns the building. It just allows you to use it. And as we, pan over the lab, notice the giant wall in the back, probably shrapnel embedded into this, like, separating wall that you've built, or I should say a barricade, really. Noor, what is the one invention that you are the most proud of? Probably the one that you've saved from the explosion, the one that has like a special place.
I was going to make it something incredibly meaningful, but because I'm a giant troll, I will say that the one thing that was saved from the explosion is this massive net, like mesh covered panel that has pipes and filters in, and there's funnels and there's bottles, and it's essentially a it's a slapdash but military grade level efficiency dehumidifier, because you can taste the swamp out here. It's raw humid. And now we have a hole in the wall. So, fresh drinking water, anybody?
Yep.
I'm out here to torture all of you personally.
For some reason, I can't change the font on Roll20. Ah, there we go. Can we have the military grade level humidifiers? Yes, thank you. And just as we, zoom in, kind of out of focus. There is the telltale sound of a phone ring that only chat will hear. Because it's not in Roll20. Who normally picks up the phone for clients?
It's either myself or Buck, but since he seems to be busy, I'll pick up the phone.
Hi, inspectors?
Yes.
I have a problem.
Would you mind explaining the nature of your problem?
Yeah, there's they're gonna kill me.
Who are they exactly?
Giant giant monsters. They're all over place here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Look, I tried to shut myself down. I tried to go to sleep. It didn't work, and now they're after me. They're all after me.
I'm sorry. Are you in some immediate danger? You said there's giant monsters. Have you tried calling the fire department?
No.
I'm afraid you need to better explain this. This is a supernatural agency. We can't deal with physical creatures. That feels like something for animal control.
No, please. It is supernatural. It is entirely supernatural. Listen, the moment they touched me, everything went to shit. There's something wrong. There's definitely something completely wrong with everything. Please, you have to help me. It's not natural. I can pay. I saw your rates.
Listen, sir, please. I need you to come down here. We're going to need a form of identification. We're going to need more details about your case, and we're going to need a credit card number. Are you able to come down here?
Yes, I can. Yes.
When should we be expecting you?
Well, so long as I can escape without me noticing. Maybe an hour.
All right, we'll be waiting for you in an hour. If you can escape.
Yes. Okay. Goodbye. And if I don't show up in an hour, then this is literal goodbye. And they hang up.
Weirdos. Every single day. Weirdos. We've got a case, potentially. Is it just you in the office, Buck?
Yep.
I
like to imagine it's like a wide open office space, and there's just like nothing in Buck's desk. Like, you guys don't have enough employees to fill the entire room.
So, what was that all about?
There's someone who'll be coming in an hour. He says that there are supernatural creatures that keep touching him and horrible things happen. He can't get away and he's in mortal danger.
Is it a natural ghost or is it some sort of bear or something?
See, that's what I said. I told him that if it's physical creature, we can't handle it to call animal control, but he says it's something supernatural. So I guess we'll see when he gets here. Another crazy person. Maybe it's just someone else who needs to take his medication and we'll, I don't know, get off scot-free.
I swear, if it's another gator.
If it's another gator, I don't even want to think about it. Where are the others?
I think Merlin's in the garage, probably. I don't know where the other one is.
Have you checked the lab? She's supposed to be back by now.
Oh, I was going to ask, is Nor still grounded? Because after the explosion happened, it was discovered that Nor hadn't slept in 3 days, and she was stripped of her coffee rights.
Oh, wait. That would be a great segue to a talking head. Nor, do you want to talk to the camera about it?
Okay, sure. So the camera starts in completely out of focus because Nor's just bebopping around all over the place, not sitting still. And then they finally like get her to sit still, and they're like, "No, don't look at that! Don't look at that one! Look at this one!" And I'm like, okay. So what happened? Well, it's a little bit fuzzy, but I was there. I was trying to see whether the the part with the canister into the compression machine into the incinerator would work together, and it seemed a little bit iffy, and so I put it on the far edge against the wall, the wall that now has the hole in it, and it was 3 a.m, so I really didn't have anybody else around to tell me to stop or to think about it or to maybe check that I had how much gunpowder I'd put into the machine, but it. So anyway, it happened, and I got distracted because the coffee machine was going off and it was overflowing, and Joe doesn't like it when I spill coffee everywhere. So I had to run out to get it, and then I came back, and there was like a loud boom that I think I heard, but my ears just started ringing, and I came back, and there was a lot of smoke, and I might have passed out, and I woke up to like really good looking people carrying me out. So I just thought I was dreaming again, which doesn't happen often because I don't sleep a lot, but I just went with it. And then I got a text message telling me not to come to the office for 3 days until I'd slept. Did you have more questions? Can I go back? I left another thing on.
Mumbled yes behind the camera, like, because no one's a professional, not even the crew following you around.
Nor just scrambled out of the chair as you hear a. Oh wait, I gotta get that.
Then we'll wipe, wipe to this person coming in. Imagine I don't know, 19, 20 years old, young college student, a guy with I would see him with a half a bowl cut, half a mullet almost, blonde, with very like oily skin, dressed in a Waffle House uniform. And he's walking in, like looking left and right at the empty office, and just, beelines for Buck's desk. I called earlier. Albert?
Oh, what's your name?
Albert Zwitz.
Albertsowitz?
Albert Switz. Yes.
Albert Switz.
There's a lady. I think it was the receptionist. She took my phone call and she told me to come here.
Yeah, you were definitely talking to the receptionist. As I just look over towards the chair. So, what was the problem?
And you see, like, he closes his eyes and tries very, very hard to, like, like focus and or have a heart attack.
You alright, son?
We tried to handle a problem on our own, and that meant that we tried to kill me. Me. Yeah, there's a problem. He looks at your desk over. Do you have any like pen, paper on it anywhere?
Yeah, I have a notebook in my hand.
Okay. He points to the notebook and says, "Can I?" And he just writes, "Friar's the devil." Friar, not like FRIAR, but friar, like a deep fryer. Friar's the devil.
Friar's the devil? What the hell is that?
I am such a monster. Look, you have to help me. Well, you have to help me. You have to help me. You have to help. And he points to himself.
Me or we? Or which one is it?
No, you please come with me. Please. It's been 3 days. I'm not the only one left, but I probably soon will be. Please, I can. And he like moves his apron like aside and fetches like something in his pocket, and he opens up his wallet and throws like a bunch of $1 bills, and then he fiddles around and then just throws like his credit card on your desk, and he's like, "Look, please, anything, help me. I mean, help." God damn it.
I look at the credit card. I look back at Gemma. Look back at the credit card.
The camera zooms in on the credit card, and the audience can see that like the blurring of the numbers isn't exactly like where the numbers should be, so everyone gets a glimpse of like some of those numbers.
Okay, son. We can probably help you out. Where are we going? What's the destination?
GM has to look the name of a major road in Florida. So for those of you at home following at home,
we're gonna head down I-10.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
out here too.
It's gonna be a Waffle House on I-10. So the thing about InSpectres, everyone, is that the game basically has no prep, in the sense that the players are improvising just as much as I am. My notes right now are 3 words and 2 names, and that is all. And they were randomly generated before the start of tonight, just so you know. The Waffle House on I-10. Yeah. Can't miss it.
All right.
Oh dear.
Waffle House at I-10.
Mm-hmm. Albert Schwitz, is that your name?
Albert Switz. Yes. ZWITZ.
Okay.
Last name.
You're telling us that whatever it is that you want us to handle is at Waffle House.
As he nods, you see his eyes glance over to the notebook, the note that he's written to Buck. Yeah.
Friar is the devil.
Friar's the devil, apparently. That's what I got written down. So whatever he written down on here.
I am horrible.
You are horrible, and the friar is the devil.
Yes.
Oh, don't beat yourself too much there, son.
I try. I try, sir. I try. But I tell you the truth. I've broken down twice today.
Your car has broken down twice today?
No, I did. But no one can break me down. We tried.
All right. Is this friar a person or is it a machine friar? Because that is going to be two completely different approaches depending on who you need to talk to.
What do you think? It's a friar.
I don't eat at Waffle House. I don't know.
I'm not the
It's like a
fried
little-
cook. The friar actually. I think I killed the fried cook.
You killed the fry cook. That's not in our pay grade. That's something that you need to call the
Are you
police
saying-
over.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're the friar, or like the friar is the cook, or you killed the cook?
He's saying that the frying machine is the devil and he killed the fry cook.
Now, what's all this talk about a friar being a devil? Friar's a holy man.
No, it's a frying machine like that you put French fries in, chips. And he says that he thinks that the fry machine is, if you're talking about machines, we have someone you should talk to about that. Where is Noor? Is she? She's back, yes?
Yeah.
I'll go get her. I'll go get her. I'll go get her.
Oh, okay.
No,
So-
Are you coming to find me? Okay.
are you back?
Yes, I'm over here. What's up?
Peek into the lab. It's like, oh, that. You know what? I'll deal with that later. We need you. No, we have someone out here who seems to have some technical issues, and I feel like you would have more insight into that. It's yeah. What?
Grunt, preach of someone in the office?
Yes, we have a case. I don't know. Just come out. This person is talking about something to do with a mechanical device, a fryer. Are you familiar with those at all? Did you ever work at McDonald's in high school?
I mean, not McDonald's, but I did try to work at a burger joint once, but they didn't really like it because I tried to make the girls actually, toast at the same temperature.
I don't care. Come
throughout.
here. Come on.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi. Please help me. No, don't help me. No, help me. Help me.
Here, give it to me.
Huh? What?
The
He
thing
doesn't
that needs
have it
fixing.
on him. He doesn't have it on him. It's at the Waffle House.
Oh no, I am huge. I
don't fix people.
don't. No.
I have a shrink for that. I'll give you her number.
I don't think that's really appropriate to say in front of everybody here. Just saying.
He points at the paper again and like taps it. He's like, "Follow me, please."
Merle is gonna like pick up the notepad and just be like, "Friar is the devil." Nor, you ever hear about the friar being the devil?
I don't deal with that either. Like, Gemma?
I've never actually done an exorcism. Is that what I feel like? Can you get 911 on, speed dial? I think this man is having a stroke.
No, I'm not. I can't have a stroke. I can't have a stroke.
You can't have
Why
a
not?
stroke.
Because and he doesn't end his sentence as all of his meat, flesh, skin, everything turns to cooking oil and just whoosh.
Oh dear
Dork's
Lord.
gonna jump
The-
back onto Gemma. Is it hot? Touch it. Somebody touch
I'm
it.
going to touch it. Fuck you, touch it.
Nora climbs down
talking
and
about
dips
touching?
the
What's
toe.
wrong with you?
Does it sizzle against her boot?
Oh, let me grab another pencil.
If you touch it with your toe, it just
The edge of her boot.
Yeah,
not
there's
naked toes.
there's the telltale of wet carpet as you like.
Yeah.
Hold
on.
But it's not hot. It doesn't sizzle. It doesn't. There's no smoke coming out of it.
Are we by Gemma's desk?
We're by Buck's desk.
We're by
Buck's desk.
Fortunately,
It is completely empty. Is that what you said?
Technically, the office is as empty or as furnished as you want.
Is there a mug in which you had pencils and things like that?
I got a small mug of pencils.
Okay, Nora's gonna grab it and upend all the pens onto your desk and scoop.
And you know what? That's going to be our first roll of the game.
God.
Because
You be careful with that chair.
God.
Roll for goop.
in this game, we roll only if shit can go wrong. And in this case, shit can
I'm
go
gonna be
wrong.
rolling a lot.
So,
Sorry.
the role that we're going to do, it's going to be. That's a good question. I think we're gonna go with technology because it's more about the mug than about anything else. So Noor, you can roll technology. So the way we roll in InSpectres is there is a chart of success that each player has, I believe, on your sheet, on your character sheet anyway. And when you roll a number of d6s equal to your stat, plus whatever franchise dice you've decided to use. So long as you roll at least a 4 and above, it succeeds. At 4, barely succeeds, and then you can see it in the chart. The higher you go, the better it is. 3 and lower, that's where things begin to go wrong. What's fun in this case is when you succeed, you, the player, describes what happens, and because of that, the game might change completely. Because whatever I have in mind right now will change by virtue of, like, if you succeed the check and you choose a result. Hence why don't need a lot of prep because there's a lot of improv. One thing I did forgot to mention, though, is this case, by the way, if you successfully solve it and you take care of the issue and everything, you stand to gain 14 franchise dice. As in,
Nice.
double your actual, call it, wealth, if you will.
Holy cow.
Huh?
Impressive.
Yeah. So
Nice.
give me that roll, Noor. Technology, and you can choose to add any dice that you want. Because it's a technology check, though, it means that the dice that you would get to use would be either from the bank or from the corporate gold card. I would love to know if you do use them. How come Buck needed to run a mug on the corporate account?
Yeah, no, we're just gonna roll flat.
It's like a
'Cause it's
diamond
fun.
mug encrusted with ivory or something, and like,
Made by Louis Vuitton.
yeah. And you shouldn't put any liquid in it, actually, because it's. So yeah. Oh, that is a 6. Which means, I believe that it is an amazing success. You already get 2 of those franchise dice out of 14.
Hey, we're Witcher!
Wow.
So
Hey, Nora
what
looks in the cup.
happens? Yeah, what happens?
When Nora empties the cup out,
Mhm.
a check falls out. Hey. Maybe somebody should cash this. Do I have the check?
Nah,
Fuck.
look, now don't worry about the check. All right, just look at it later.
Okay, and then Nor, you know, pops a squat and scoops up some of the goop.
Mm-hmm.
And get a little sniff, and then we're gonna. Here's the thing.
Yes.
Nora isn't like she's not like a forensic scientist. She's a tech person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So she's not gonna sit here investigating the molecular composition of the goop. It's more the what can I do with it? So her series of experiments that she's gonna plan to run are gonna be like, can I set it on fire? Does it float on water? What's the viscosity? Like,
Well, you succeeded on the check, so you can tell me. You decide what's interesting about it.
what's interesting about this goop is that it definitely doesn't behave like oil.
Okay.
So it doesn't heat the same way, you know, because Nor's probably gonna like try to see like where its smoke point's gonna be. Just she watched a cooking class over a weekend when she was grounded from work. Smoke points, people seem to be really excited about it. It's important for meat and stuff. This oil came out of a person, it's meat adjacent.
Or a person turned into cooking oil.
Yeah, so is it cooking oil? So yeah, it doesn't behave like oil. Who wants to throw out a substance to me that this behaves the most like in our real world? Okay, the
How does mercury behave?
Mercury? It goes exploding in a lot of things.
As a liquid, it just flows. Really, it
But also is
little
delightfully unstable.
it tries to also, like, if you drop mercury on the floor, it will try to find like the lowest point, like in the room. It will literally
Flow.
like
Is it mercury in water? What's the super dangerous mercury transaction experiment?
I know one with potassium and water. That just
I don't know.
explodes.
It just explodes. A lot of shit just explodes. Science is fun. Let's go with the viscosity, the sugar content,
Mhm.
and sadly, several hours later, the taste. Very much like maple syrup.
Huh.
A couple of hours later, I think. I mean, I don't know. Whenever Nord does come out, she's gonna come out and say, I'm afraid the crazy man just turned into maple syrup. But it's pretty good stuff. Like it doesn't taste like the shitty like 90% added sugar kind. It tastes like the from Vermont kind. So if you want to scoop it up and bottle it, it could sell.
So you're saying it's like 2 steps up from Jemima?
Yeah. Here, look, taste.
That's just a reminder to anyone who wants to taste it. We do not have health insurance as part of your contract with this company.
I mean, we live in Florida. It's fine.
you saying that man turned into that syrup?
I'd say we saw what we saw, and now there's maple syrup in this cup.
That's bizarrely high quality for something that has to do with Waffle House.
Can we just sit for a moment and understand the man just exploded into a liquid?
Into a liquid that is served at his place of employ.
So you telling me every time I go to a Waffle House, I'm eating an employee?
Well, let's not jump straight to cannibalism. It might be an isolated case.
Merle
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
to the bathroom, and you
Is,
can
Hello.
is the Waffle House maple syrup this good? Maybe this is something they're trying to like elevate their franchise.
Can y'all not ruin my hangover place? Like y'all ruined it for me so much. Now we gotta go over there and some more maple syrup and Friar's the devil.
But we don't know if there's any more maple syrup. It could be that he's the only maple syrup specimen, and the others are other things. Or maybe it's just whoever was in contact with the friar. We don't know. Does anyone know how to do an exorcism? Is that something that anyone has studied? Mo? Mo, do you know how to do an exorcism?
As my ex-wife.
Ooh.
I heard it. I heard the preacher back home say he done it once or twice, but I don't know myself what an exorcism. He kind of like wipes. I don't know what an exorcism would be if I should have to do it myself.
Here, this might help. And you see Nor hands over Aura.com page about how to do an exorcism.
Did you Google how to do an exorcism? Thank you for taking the initiative.
Merle takes his Merle actually does wear he has a rosary around his neck that usually stays beneath his shirt, but he was just wrapped around the toilet bowl for a few minutes, so it kind of
when you look at the core page, very quickly you come to understand, kind of like the first reply or the one that was chosen as the answer. It doesn't work. But the answer it's weird because it's a post that's sponsored by, the actual InSpectres, ER, and non-InSpectres, RE. And they're like, yeah, no, the only way to truly get rid of what often is a being hijacking someone else's body is apparently through electrical current.
Nor this your phone says to electrify the situation.
Hold on.
I'm
Scrambling.
gonna.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong, 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 dong.
Idiots are just giving away this information for free.
Oh,
Nor comes back. Yeah, very good.
No, it says, yes, it's electrical current, but, they don't specify voltage or anything else. And you should call the InSpectres if you have a case of blah, blah, blah. Because, of course, they're going to shield their own stuff.
You hear the sound of scraping as Nor grunting as she pulls out this massive it looks halfway between a generator and a camping battery that people would have, an RV would have to supply power. So it's a little bit bigger because it's Nor and she's tried to make things bigger and more powerful, but it's a little too heavy because she's not a strong person. So she's dragging out this fuck off battery.
Merle,
that is
being
definitely
the
what
local
I'm
muscle.
writing. It's the fuck off battery. That's what's on Roll20 now.
Merle is going to come over and how big is this? I'm just trying to figure out if he's going to single-handedly just pick it up off the ground or.
I would say it's probably
what? 50
this
pounds?
is 3 feet. It's probably 3 feet tall. It's probably a big box. It's more probably unwieldy than strictly heavy. It's a bulky item. I'm not strong, so you might be able to do it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it could.
If it's an average generator, it's 105 pounds roughly. Merle won't single-handedly lift it off the ground, but he'll just kind of lift from the legs. You always have to it's a little heavier. It's 150 pounds. He's gonna lift from the legs and just like hoist it up, and you hear him like grunt as he like gets the weight in his arms, and he's gonna kind of like waddle walk like over to like the car, and he's gonna put it in the trunk.
You have jumper cables, right?
No, you Noor, you took the jumper cables.
Is there a well, okay. This is a question, I guess, for the group. Given how crappy an office we have, do you think at any point this building did fall under OSHA and they had one of those defibrillators under like the super expired medic, like the the first aid box on a wall somewhere?
I feel like the answer will be given in on a talking head. Who wants to talk about when you found the office, when you visited it the first time, and what it had?
I feel like that's a Gemma.
Yeah, I feel like that's a Gemma thing.
Then Gemma,
but
you're
what
up.
was? I don't.
Tell us
What
how
is it
you
you're
found.
asking about? A defibrillator?
So a lot of like office like first aid corners, they have like the big metal box that has, at least this is how it is in offices around me. They have boxes that have like tape, medical tape, gauze, first aid solutions, but under that they'll often have like it's marked with AED, and there are paddles there that can charge to give somebody like to do defibrillation, I believe. I don't know.
Yes.
And so that's what.
Yeah.
Lawyer guys, I don't do this.
I mean, it's all there. I don't know if any of it actually works, but it's never been. It's not used, so there's no reason to believe that it wouldn't work in an emergency. And I got it passed by a few technicalities, just knowing the right numbers, and I just didn't expect any of us to have a heart attack on the job, or if I did, it would be on someone else's property, so they would be liable for it. There's a lot you can get away with when you know how to get away with it. That being said, we've never had an issue with OSHA so far. The hole in the wall is just proper ventilation under code 1910.94. It's to get breathing air it's to get air of a breathable quality into the building, circulation. We have a smoking section, so clearly we would need something to get all of that air and everything that's off charge from the laboratory. We have explosives going off in the laboratory, so all that debris needs to go out somewhere. So we have our ventilation shaft. It's under construction currently, but we are looking into getting contracts for it officially. So we know our zoning laws, and we have everything covered by, we're well covered, and we have all of our first aid things that we need.
Camera just cuts to the hole in the wall with like
Don't look
no
at that.
tarp or
Stop.
anything. There's a seagull that flies away with like a wrench.
That's our company seagull. Don't look over there. Look over here.
But yes, there is in a corner then of the office what used to remain of like the first aid chest, if you will. And there's an old defibrillator there. You could hook it up to the fuck off battery.
Well, not yet, right? Nora's just gonna grab it and take it, just in case, because she has no idea where the jumper cables are. But as she's rolling it up and putting it in her bag, that if you peek inside, has an assortment of things, but most notably about 6 rolls of duct tape. She will ask Gemma and Uncle, who do you think we're gonna be electrocuting? Was the maple syrup guy the possessed guy? Is someone at the Waffle House still possessed? I missed the whole conversation. I came out here, said I couldn't fix him, and then he exploded. So
It's the machine. The machine is the one that he says is possessed. And I believe he said that the former fry cook was already dead. So, according to his logic, the fryer possessed the former fry cook. He had to kill him in order to dispossess him of whatever demonic presence had come from the fryer, which then went into this unfortunate Albertschwitz person.
Oh. I heard that completely wrong. I thought he was the fry. I thought he killed the fry cook because the fryer was like, something wrong with it or something of that nature, and it like possessed him.
Oh, you think that the fry cook is the one who put the devil into the fryer?
That could be the case. That's what I thought it was.
Either way, the machine is the problem. So we'll need to go to the Waffle House location and take a look at the machine.
Before we go, if the machine has the ability to turn your insides to maple syrup, are we sure we want to go? Is everybody comfortable possibly coming back as maple syrup?
Well, to be fair, there's a credit card just right there.
Yeah, how long do we have before a man who's turned to maple syrup's credit card stops working?
And that's when there's
it's-
another phone ring.
God.
All right, I got it. Hello, Spectres.
Oh, hey. Name's Bob here. I'm the owner of the Waffle House on the I-10. Is my employee still here? He's past his lunch break. Albert.
Yeah. Albertwitz?
Yeah. Little Switz. Is he still here?
Who are you talking to?
Apparently it's the owner of the Waffle House.
Well, don't tell him that he's here. We'll be liable for his passing our property.
Give me a minute. Damn. I mean, he called, but I haven't seen him.
Well, if you see him, tell him that, tell him that I say hi. No, I mean, tell him that he has to come back. Yes, he has to come back to me. I mean,
Use your words.
I told him to call you guys for help. And I don't need help, but I do need help. Damn it, it's doing it again. Just get your asses over here and bring Switz with you.
I hang up the phone.
What the hell was that?
Something wrong with the owner here. Weirdly enough, he talking exactly like this man here was before he became delectable upgraded Jemima syrup, apparently. Is it from Maine? Is that what it tastes like? Don't worry about it. Yeah, the man's talking real weird, saying we should go over there, doing the same thing as the other thing. We should go. Something's wrong. He stuttering a lot. I don't know.
Okay, well, run the credit card first. We don't want that going inactive on us while we're in the middle of this.
Yeah, let me see where
Do a
it's
double
from.
charge for unforeseen circumstances related to the case.
Yeah, sounds good. Wait, do we even have a credit card readers? We got the old ass swipe.
Like the chip that goes into the iPhone.
Oh, not even that. Like you
No,
got like the
paper
old
thing.
Oh, the older
thing
one from
yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah, the 80s.
Wow.
You got no money for Square? What's wrong with you?
Do you even have Wi-Fi in your office?
Nor?
Honestly, we're probably a place that Gemma, I hate to put this on you, but you're
We
probably like
steal
use your own
Wi-Fi from
data
across
plans.
the street.
Or that. Either that or it's like, use your data plans.
We're close enough to the supermarket. We
Exactly.
hijacked.
Yeah.
There's one
Fun
bar,
fact,
but
the
one bar
supermarket
is
across
no
the
bar.
street, the supermarket across the street is also a Pokemon gym.
Damn.
Cannon.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, you're right. I gotta spin. Make sure my squirrel can evolve.
I was gonna say, like, how many of us just spend hours every day?
There's just
Play
B-roll
Pokemon
footage
Go.
of you all playing Pokemon Go instead of working.
Oh shit! The Wi-Fi went down. Hold up. Oh. I got
Wait,
it.
the hole in the wall. Go to the hole in the wall. Better signal.
I ain't
Is
going
that
to
why
that.
we're
You
not
blew
gonna
it
get
up.
it
It might have
repaired?
some residual blow, like exploding shit or whatever the hell you got in there, man. Hold on. Get on the chair.
God, we're never gonna get that hole in the wall repaired. It gets us like 2 whole more bars of signal.
Hell no.
You see, it's all the asbestos that's not in the way anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, between all the smoking and the asbestos and the open free end and the seagulls. The seagull. Yeah,
Yeah, don't
They go
don't have
very
fries in
far
the open.
inland.
Yeah, don't have fries in the office. They will come ask for some.
They don't ask. They take.
I don't know if you've been on a one-on-one stand-up with a seagull before. They're assholes. Hey Simon, were you
Yes.
sure about making this whole thing improv?
Things are happening in the background. That's the thing.
Well, all right. Let's
I'm
just
trying
get
to
the
see if there's
Wi-Fi.
paperwork that I can get us like approved as a bird sanctuary, so we don't have to pay taxes or some shit.
Jesus.
That's viable.
I don't think you need sanctuaries for seagulls.
Oh god.
Sequels, he'd love to.
There's too many of them.
They're golf rats. Why?
Yep.
There can be a different, type of seagull that is very rare and only found in a very, specific area. Therefore, we require sanctuary status in order to ensure the survival of this extremely rare fry preferring.
And thus preventing Noor from doing anything dangerous.
Oh no, none of the endangered seagulls are here. We're just in the area that they've been seen, so we get
Yeah.
Yeah, we sponsor a pet store that holds them for us, keeps them in line.
Mm-hmm. With what money?
Oh,
don't
we
talk about that.
we just spread the word about what they do. That
Okay.
sponsorship
Yeah,
doesn't have to
We
involve
pay in
money.
exposure.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's it.
Currently, how you're also paid. But yeah, so with
So
two
over in
phone
the
calls
garage,
yep.
you hear the engine start. Merle is just gonna shout, "We going!"
Yeah. Just give me a minute. This thing ain't going right.
He's gonna pull around to the front of the building so they don't have to walk through to the garage.
In I believe your old 1984 Buick LeSabre.
Family
four
heirloom.
doors. Yep. That rolls like not really a charm. But as the team hops in and we drive away, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back. Taking a break a bit earlier than usual, but it's because it fits with where we are. And then when we come back, let's see what the hell's wrong with this Waffle House. Stick around.
years off of I-10. So
And we're back. So we cut back in. The Buick LeSabre managed somehow to get to the parking lot of the Waffle House. There's a few cars already parked there. So a few patrons already inside. And people working. I mean, it's currently open. You don't see anyone running away in fear. No one's terrified. Nothing's on fire. No monsters. By the way, no giant monsters. As, Albert mentioned.
Mhm.
What do y'all do?
Merle is gonna drive the LeSabre like into the parking lot and kind of, first off, like just getting off the road, like going over the sidewalk kind of thing. You hear the the muffler like scrape the pavement as it's like coming in, and he's going to just kind of like drive towards the back of the parking lot, kind of where like a delivery truck might go to like, offload or whatever near like the back door to the kitchen. And he's gonna, of course, do the wisest possible thing given the ginormous battery in the fuck off battery in the trunk. He's gonna like position the nose right in front of the door and leave the fuck off battery totally like opposite end, because that makes sense.
No back. Okay.
Nor is going to dig out of her bag. I literally had to open a random object generator because my brain isn't working well enough for me to constantly have 4 random things to tape together.
Makes sense. MacGyvering is actually hard.
Very hard, especially when you have no actual science talents to base it off.
I don't think there was any science in MacGyver either.
That's fair. Okay, but she pulls out something that looks like half a pasta strainer, an old DS4 taped to a label maker, but it's also making lots of beeping noises, and she's just holding that out in front of her as she gets out of the car.
Is it a label maker, or is it like one of those price scanners so that she's like looking for supernatural things and you beep?
Oh, but the base of it is the label maker, but it's like the punchy label maker where you have to like press down real hard to like emboss the label. But it's more of a stand. The thing is made out of like the old DS and like some other bits and bobs. But yes, it is just it does look a little bit like the beeps change in pitch based on what she's pointing it towards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It is a
It starts beeping the moment you get out of the car, but it's like one beep every like 30 seconds.
It's meant to be. Whether it is, I don't know. It is meant to be some sort of a paranormal EMP sensor situation.
EMF.
It's got magnets in there.
That's all you need. And if you get too close to someone with a pacemaker, it sets it off.
You want me to roll technology to see if it works?
No, because right now it, quote unquote, works.
Oh,
when you really need it to work, that's when we're gonna roll.
Yes. So whoever's next to her, Nora will be like, well, this should in theory tell us whether we're dealing with paranormal entities.
Is it just like the last thing you made that was supposed to tell us that it was an actual monster and it just turned out to be a gator?
These are monsters.
You got monster price for it regardless. So, Mel, why don't you go ahead?
If it can rip your head off your body, it's a monster. I stand by my convictions.
As long as it looks good for the client, I don't really care.
That's Gemma's job, not mine. Ah! Oh no. DM's making jokes and the side IMs.
I would like to do a 1-on-1.
Oh, yes. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
So yeah, the Gator. Look, full closure. We were doing this job, and basically we were going to someplace off. I think it was like I-75, really close to Disney World. I remember I was supposed to take my kid there, but we got stuck in the job. And then so we went to investigate, see how it was. It was this old rickety place. I went in first. Thought it was fine. Everything was peachy. Then you see this big ass 6 foot chomping motherfucker, just all over trying to get at me all day. Feel like I was in like Gainesville for some reason, right in the swamp, chomping at my ass, chasing me. Never screamed more willy-nilly than I expected any time in my life. Sounded worse than my ex-wife. I don't ever want to see that again.
There's a brief cutaway to a picture of your ex-wife, half blurred by the camera. Comes back to you. Would you say, Buck, that this would give you a trait?
That's a good question.
I could go with faced. Faced a monster. No, let's go with
cries in the face of danger.
It's under pressure.
That works. Cries in the face of danger. If you use it in the course of this episode or any, it gives you a bonus die. It's actually
sweet.
I think it's not just a bonus. I think it's a bonus franchise dice.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a bonus franchise dice. So
sweet.
Even if you fail the check, basically, it still gives you like that +1 because you did it using this. So we cut back to the group entering the Waffle House. The camera crew is like filming. Some people are looking at the camera, and you can just hear like the director in the back just go like, "No, don't face the camera. Look away." There's a team of cooks in the back in the kitchen. You can see them, moving around from time to time. And you notice a waitress brings like a refill of coffee to like an older couple, and she just pours the coffee. And as she pours, she's just like crying her eyes out. And the patrons don't even seem to care or to pay any attention to her.
Earl is gonna walk up and just kind of, put a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You all right there, Cher?
She freaks out, drops the coffee pot. It shatters on the ground. And that's going to be a check for the follow-up to this. I believe, Merle, that would be a contact check.
Uh-oh. What the hell do I do?
So you just click on the button next to contact. It'll roll a number of dice equal to your contact. Contact is unfortunately one of the only die that you cannot boost with like its own franchise die. You would have to use the wildcard, the bank, if you wanted to improve it. basically it'll roll, and according to the little chart you have on your sheet, it'll determine. You'll see if you succeed or not.
I clicked a button. What happened?
I should ask you a question in Spanish because the sheet's oddly enough coded in Spanish. You say no, and well, okay, because there's no bonus die unless you want to put one in, and then it should roll. And it's a
just whole
6.
bunch of weirdness.
Amazing. 2 franchise dice for you, and you get to tell me what good thing comes out of this conversation and how it goes.
Lord.
You don't have to like say it word for word, but if you give me like an overall, we can role play it out after if you want. Or
I think that Merle would, just comment on the fact that his boots are crocodile skin and don't appreciate coffee, but if there's a problem, you should talk it out and discuss it with someone. Don't bottle it all up inside. It gets ugly when it comes out.
she would tell you then, because you asked her to talk about her issues. I think that's what your success means. She says it's my fault. My fault. Jose's dead. He's on the floor now. Because I touched myself. I mean, I didn't. This is so complicated. Just please, don't touch me. Are you? Wait. And she looks at like the whole team and the fact that you're carrying around this weird like pasta strainer thing. Are you the InSpectres?
Well, yes, we are.
Good, you can help. Where's Albert? Where am I?
You're in the Waffle House, and Albert, he's not with us right now.
Oh. Well, you've got to help me. No, don't. No, help
Here
me.
we go
Oh
again.
God! And she like turns around, sort of like sniffles in her hands as she goes to cry again, and the old couple at the table, they both turn to you like in unison, perfect unison. They just look up at you, and they both say, "Well, aren't you a strapping young lad?" Before turning back to their coffee and drinking, as the waitress just mumbles, "Jose, why?"
Merle is doing the sign of the cross and starting to pray under his breath while holding his rosary. Because that's some demonic shit right there.
It's just old people. But yeah, everyone else is witness to this. The camera crew takes a few steps back from the table.
Merle's going to pause. Anyone know where the friar is?
The waitress turns around and just says, "You'll never find me." I mean, it's super obvious. She breaks down again and like runs away into the bathroom.
Should we follow her?
Ignore holds up. Waves her device in her direction. What happened?
It happens that you're gonna have to roll.
She
Okay.
also pointed at the old people.
Oh yeah, we're doing a full sweep.
Full sweep of the restaurant. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Oh, okay. Let's see. Tech. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that would be tech. Anytime you use a piece of technology, no matter how backwards it could be, like a mug, it's tech.
Okay. Let's do this. See it.
And that's another 6. When will you folks fail?
Never.
When it matters.
All right.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
We don't
So-
doubt.
Don't worry. The
It-
dice gods have never been with me. They're not going to start now.
Amazing success. You get any and all information you want out of this. What happens as you scan the thing, the restaurant?
Well, the theme song plays as we got into a montage of, I think,
Wait, I think I can plug the theme song for for chat. But keep going.
you see Nora just walking around, just calmly waving the gizmo, and then she'll probably hand it off to the more subtle members of the gang to do some of the, like, you know, more, like, if there's people like in suits and stuff who might freak out at, like, somebody who doesn't look like they've showered in 3 days waving electronics in their faces, you know, Nora will gently hand off that part of the investigation to either Gemma or Uncle. But I think we're gonna try to scan as many people as we can to get an idea of how many people here have been affected by the demon.
How many people have been affected? You succeeded. Tell me.
Oh shit!
Like, give me a percentile.
Percentile. What do we think? What would be juicy, friends? You're muted. Enter.
I feel like it's all the guests,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the
Definitely think
employees
it's all the
are
guests.
like hostages.
So all the guests are So all the guests are beeping. But I guess we saw that was it a waitress who ran away, or was that
Yeah.
So some of the staff has been.
It's been affected too.
I would
Has been
assume that
affected
the staff is like affected, but is being used as like a means of getting out of the space, whereas all of the guests are just like dolls under the control of,
They're basically maple syrup fodder.
yeah, something like that.
They have been claimed for the maple farm.
Wait, the guests have been claimed for the maple farm, or the employees? Because it was an employee who came to our office and then turned into maple syrup.
Yeah, but right now,
Yeah, you're right.
right now, as you scan the restaurant, the info you get is all the, like, it doesn't mean that it's only the guests.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
at least right now here, all the guests are wrong.
Ooh.
It's pervasive.
Yeah.
Maybe the employees are actually like maple syrup doppelgangers that were created by whatever is in there.
That could very well be.
When
Which
you
is why
mean
it turned
doppelganger,
in-
do you mean like the clones or?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's my working
as
meta
you
right now.
as you finish, you know, scanning the whole restaurant, every patron turns to look at you and the camera crew. They know you know. They haven't reacted yet, but everyone is staring at you with eagerness in their eyes.
Ooh.
Almost like Children of the Corn type.
What's the plan?
Merlin, did you get a good chance to read that article on exorcism?
Well, you see, Gemma, there is no exorcism But there's a fuck off battery in the car. At which point Merle is going to beeline through the kitchen and then through that back door, which can only be opened by the inside, of course, so that he has a better access into the restaurant from the car.
That's what you want, but when you step into the kitchen, I'm gonna need that athletic check.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's a 6! Another 2 points for you! And
Heck yeah.
here's what's happening in the kitchen, and you let me know what you want to do with this. The staff doesn't want you here, and they try to block your path. You will succeed in exiting by the back door, because this is what you wanted to do, and you've gotten an amazing success. So how do you amazingly...
We're in a Waffle House.
Past everyone. Yep.
Do they do pancakes in here too?
You know, I guess.
On
I'll
pancakes?
say this, and like all of a sudden, you know, everyone's gonna be very angry at me. I don't fucking know.
This Waffle House that is actually a maple syrup farm does.
Yeah, because I believe Waffle House only does waffle, you know?
What Merle is likely to do as he walks by like the giant hot plate that should be in there for making like 20 pancakes at a time, he's gonna like slap the handle of one of the spatulas that they use to like flip the pancakes and whatever. As it spins through the air, he's gonna grab it and he's just gonna start bitch slapping the employees with it as he's like walking through. Yes.
The employees that you hit.
Assaulting the employees with the hot plate on the way out?
Oh, no, not the hot plate, with the spatula.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just getting them out of my way. Like a fly swatter, like just swatting flies.
Excuse me,
Wow.
sir. We just got a camera crew here. We're doing a documentary. Yeah. So is that what the hell are you doing, Merle?
What they unholy demon spawn?
You want to antagonize it?
I'm already antagonized.
Oh,
I didn't ask you.
Buck, you can hear bubbles in one of the deep fryers. Like ominous bubbles, not deep fryer is working bubbles.
Is that supposed to? What the hell what is that doing?
No, honey. Nor, if you can like just come back to the kitchen, we need you to look at the fryer. It's not working right.
By the way, so
Yeah.
you, Merle, will be able to leave. But
I'm
everyone
in the
else,
process of leaving. Yes.
yeah, everyone else will have to. You can stay in the kitchen, but you can't leave the kitchen through the back. You can go back to the restaurant,
Okay.
just in case you need to know like where you are spatially.
Yeah.
Um,
Being called in, Nor is going to go to the kitchen. Where is Uncle Buck standing in comparison to in relation to the fryer?
I seem to be about probably decently close enough to hear the bubbles. So like
Okay.
maybe like a few feet away.
Okay. First of all, back away from me. You should not be. You're too close. Just back away. Let's take a look.
you're
And
like the camera just pans from between you and Buck, and Nor, you're at the entrance to the kitchen. Buck, you're next to the fryer. You are like 12 feet away from each other. Just remarking.
Nor's
From Nora,
gonna
she's only 12 feet away.
walk in. Nor's gonna go in and look at the fryer, and then look at everybody else. What's the plan?
Point
What?
the thing at the fryer, see if it's giving up the same
Oh,
signal.
okay, yeah. Beep. Scanning the fryer.
Give me that other roll. Because it's one thing to
I think
scan
Uncle
like,
Buck
the
has
puppets.
greatly overestimated North's talents in exercising a
You just
fryer.
put it over it. You just like sticking it in there.
North would have to
How
Directly
it
into
works.
the hot oil.
You're questioning if the reading is right, so you just like plunge it, keeping your hand out of the way, just to see.
This one seems hot.
Deep fried EMF machine.
Does it beep a lot as I wave my beepy beep over?
Oh,
a good question.
that needs a roll because you know that things can go wrong if you do this.
Yes. Next step. Does that oil look like maple syrup? I'm also using my eyeballs to look at that. But first, let's do technology to see if there's
Okay.
beepy beep beeps in the beep direction. Okay. I guess I'm rolling with 4 dice. It's really hard not to roll high.
No, I know. It's just for some reason Roll20 always rolls a 6 at least. So it's fine. Look,
Hold on,
it's
what am
your
I rolling?
first-
46?
Yeah,
can do
it's your
this in my-
first. It's your first mission. So
Hey,
like,
is it? Do I give you the highest roll?
it's always the highest number.
Well, if I did it manually, it was a 4. Or do we want to use it?
I would take the 6.
It's up.
Okay,
Entertainment.
let's take the 6.
It's for the camera.
I will take the 6. We'll escalate this later. It's fine.
However, you're gonna also have to make a stress roll. So what's a stress roll? A stress roll is a number of dice. In this case, it's just going to be a single d6 because it's tiny stress. You know, moment of tension. You're scanning the thing. There's probably added scary music in post prod. That's good. It doesn't. Yeah, 5. No effects. It's you're not scared of this fryer. You've scanned it. You've got an amazing success. So tell me,
I wouldn't hurt a soul.
what the hell's wrong with it?
You know what? If y'all just keep making me examine everything, I'm gonna make you start answering stuff.
What's about the bubbles there, Nor?
Wait. First of all, can I? Is there like Is there a ladle around here? I want to dip the ladle in. Is the texture of the oil cooking oily, or is it more? Well, I guess I have to answer this. When I do this, it is.
It's burning hot, like scalding hot cooking oil.
But does it have the viscosity of maple syrup?
If you take
upon
it
closer
out,
examination.
if you take it out,
Yeah, I'm ladling it out.
eventually what's in the ladle turns into like viscous.
Yeah. So while it's still hot, I'm gonna smell it. Does it smell like oil? Does it smell sweet?
You know when you did your experiments earlier?
Yeah.
Like you probably waited a bit longer than right now, but you can smell the transition.
It starts cooling immediately. Okay.
Mhm.
So well, as soon as it comes off the boil, it turns into that maple syrup.
What the hell is in that shit?
That was really good. Do you serve this maple syrup here?
One of the cooks just goes, "Hey, can you just not do that? Like, put it back in. This is rude."
Oh, I don't mind. It's fine.
Well, I don't mind. I mean,
That's what I just said.
yeah. Me too, I guess.
Yeah, you
Weird.
showed her
You know
there.
what? Let me speak to your manager. He's the one who called us here in the first place. I believe he would be better to speak to about all of this, more equipped.
Oh, definitely. The manager's right there, and he points to a steaming waffle iron that's closed. And you can see like the waffle the like mix, the waffle mix, the dough sort of like leak on each side.
Where's this person?
Everyone points to the waffle iron, and they seem to be very
You don't
scared.
have a person? And then Nora's gonna turn to the thing and just be like, greedy.
It bubbles.
You're trying to tell me that thing called us on the telephone to tell us to come down here?
Oh, I didn't call you. Two of the employees say in unison. He called you. I don't care. We care. We called you. We absolutely did.
All right, where's Bob? That's the one I heard on the phone.
That's right, Bob.
One of the employees just opens the waffle iron. It like as it opens,
Ugh.
and there's an eyeball in the waffle mix.
Not on mute.
Sure, it didn't contain
It
his
blinks.
name tag.
Oddly enough,
Bob?
Blink once for yes and twice for no.
it doesn't seem to hear you.
All right, I'm gonna get a little closer. Bob, can you hear me?
You know what? Make a contact roll for talking to the pancake
You're
mix.
talking to the eyeball.
Why? I was like, what was it? Is that a 4 for me? Yeah.
Merlin, are you back yet?
Oh no, we're Merlin's out back wrestling with that fuck
that's
off
battery?
battery.
Ooh.
We're gonna get there.
And that is a 6, so it goes amazingly well. What the? Can you?
Everybody's rolling their 4 stat tonight.
Yeah. Tell me, Mike. What? How does it go? Because apparently it's
So-
going to go according to what you want. So
All right. So it's the eyeball that's on the wall. Okay.
yeah,
So
imagine.
oh
Mhm.
God. Okay. So the eyeball is on top of a pristine, well-made waffle with butter and a couple strawberries in between. It when it's talking back, it heard me, but it's talking back with its mouth, the waffle flapping
Cool.
at me.
Do I speak waffle?
Oh no! It speaks English for some reason.
Okay.
Speak
Just
waffle.
checking. Listen, I had to ask.
So
I have a wonderful blueberry dialect.
My chocolate chip's a bit rusty though. So what do you ask the waffle? And I'll answer with the same. The waffle replies in the same, Jonah Jameson voice he had on the phone.
So, Bob,
Yeah.
so what seems to be the problem here?
Gee, I wonder. You guys took so long getting here.
So you turned into this, like you.
It turned me into this.
Who is it?
Me. No, not me. The friar. The friar did it.
Turned it
Bubbles.
into a waffle.
The goddamn bubbles again.
Finding a lot of blame out here.
All right. So you're saying the friar is the reason why you're like this. Okay. what happened with the fryer? Did you pour in it? Did you take a swim? Did you eat it?
What? No, we cook food in me. They use me to cook food. Me, of all things. I love that because of your collective reactions, folks, I keep thinking my computer freezes. Because you're just making faces and not moving.
I don't know how to react.
Oh, that's entirely normal. But yeah,
God.
I just unplug it. No, don't unplug me. Don't do it. Don't you dare touch me.
Yeah, I
Is
wouldn't
this man
touch
talking
me.
dirty to me? Like,
Are all of those voices coming out of Bob?
Yeah.
Or are
It's
other
just
employees coming?
one voice. He's talking. The
Okay,
The,
okay.
the
just
waffle,
is
the
talking.
waffle is actually
just the
talking
waffle.
out
Just the
loud.
waffle. Oh, hell no, I didn't give him the other people. That ain't go that far. Okay. Give me a minute, Bob. We're gonna talk in a minute, okay?
Oh, sure, you have all the time in the world. In 5 minutes, I'm gonna be served on table 3.
Okay, you sit right there. No one's gonna serve you. All right, you got it. You'll be fine. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
And there's a tiny strand of like waffle dough that just sticks to the top of the waffle maker, the waffle iron, and then closes it back up.
Oh, like it's like
Like an
Oscar the Grouch
oyster.
pulling the
Yeah.
trash can back down.
okay.
I don't think Bob liked being disturbed.
Didn't seem like it. Didn't seem like it much at all. So
You know the cooks in the kitchen with you? Yeah, they're starting to walk toward you. Like, all together.
There's going to be a massive, just thunderous kind of bang from the back door, which was propped open, by the way. And
Nord jumps and maple syrup flies in the air because it's
Oh my
cooled down
God,
a little
no.
enough.
Oh, that is great. Give me that athletic roll.
Me?
Ooh.
Me, athlete?
Yes.
No.
If you
Me
fail,
no
if
athlete.
that roll fail, I know exactly what's gonna happen. Oh wait, is that what you rolled?
That's a 3.
The GM decides your fate, but you may be given a chance to suggest a single positive, albeit minor, effect. Here's the maple syrup falls onto either Buck or Merle. Because I don't think Gemma is in the kitchen at this moment.
Gemma's in the kitchen. They're all in the kitchen.
Then
Yeah,
it's
we're all three in the kitchen.
it's gonna fall onto either of those 3. I'm letting you. You can either choose, or I can.
A roll. I'm a roll for it.
Okay. Who
But
gets
also,
splashed?
who's most likely to keep their mouths shut as they get splashed on? That's a dirty question.
I know who not.
Oops. I typed 3 instead of 4. Okay, here we go. I can't roll with D3. I'm gonna roll a D6. Whatever. We're gonna divide it by 2. Okay, a 3. So 1, 2, 3. That is Merle.
Oh,
That's
Merle.
that's the worst one.
I welcome you to the kitchen
You
with
literally.
Not to put too fine a point on this, but Merle, the reason why there was such a big bang was because that fucking battery was on his back and he dropped it as he walked through that door.
Question for you, Merle. Do you
Yep.
want me to send you the same message I sent Pooja earlier?
was
I
your
don't
mouth
know.
open? If a bunch of flying shit comes out, would you eat it?
It doesn't need to be open.
Oh shit! Okay.
Send me whatever you have to send me.
Oh shit!
You touched the goop.
The goop came flying at your face.
Real ship.
Now you probably understand.
Sorry,
Okay.
you scared
or not
me.
Okay.
judging by this face.
Oh my god, that took a lot more brain power than it needed.
Wow. Okay.
We're good.
Sorry, you
So-
scared me.
It goes flying. You drop the fuck off battery. Half the cook team turns toward you. The other half to Buck and Gemma. And they're going to try to capture all of you.
And this is a good part for a cutscene.
Sure, you want the one-on-one?
The one-on-one.
Go right ahead. What's up, Mara?
So, in the earlier events of loading the fuck off battery, I keep having to look at the goddamn name because I can never remember the order of the words.
You could call it the battery of fuck. That'd be okay.
I mean, I was close to that at one point. But I keep thinking the fucking battery, and it's anyway. So neither here nor there. There was a cutscene when he first picked it up. So while the audience initially would have seen Merle just like pick up this 150-pound generator, in reality. So I happen to be the muscle of the team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Been lifting heavy things since I was a youngin', and never had no problem with it. Then I met Noor. Don't know what that woman got in her head, but she make things so weird. 150 pounds, a battery, 150 fucking pounds. She's insane. Took me damn near 5 minutes just to drag the damn thing out to the car. Pop the trunk, drop it in. Damn suspension needs to be replaced, and she gives me a 150-pound battery to throw into that car. She's nuts. Got it in anyway. Otherwise, Gemma would be mad. Wouldn't be able to do the job. Now, next time Uncle Buck gonna come and help me. I might be the muscle, but every muscle has its limits. As he's saying this, like, this is a very tall, kind of lanky guy. He's not like a buffed up muscular man in the first place, and he's the team muscle. Like, it's kind of contradictory. So, drop that battery in the trunk. Poor Bessie. She groaned so hard. Tied it down. Now we at this restaurant, and we too busy talking to Waffle House Bob. Afraid of getting served on table 3. Can't even come and help me. I don't know. I just got to be out here doing God's work, cleansing these horrors, these devil spawn. Not for that. Just might have to find myself another circuit stop.
And so, do you want this talking head to give you a trait?
I think that
Change the detail? Yeah.
it's going to change a detail in the sense that it would have taken a roll to as much get the battery in as get it out. I don't know if we want to just do the one roll or what, but yeah.
We'll go with getting it out.
Okay. Me.
Oh. No, I have a cool one. It's not even going to be an athletic roll or anything because you've said that you were strong and everything.
Yes.
But
right.
You're maybe not quite as strong as you say you are.
Right.
And what's going to happen is it's going to be a 2 dice stress test because you might actually hurt yourself
in the process.
in the process. So roll 2d6 and let me know what you get.
Do I just do that like the old fashioned?
Yeah, it's the old-fashioned 2d6.
Okay.
And we're looking for the lower result.
1.
A 1. Complete and total nuclear meltdown. You lose your cool, you don't have any, and lose a number of skill dice equal to the number of stress dice rolled. So your athletic right now is now 2 out of 4. You threw out your back. You managed to like waddle all the way to the kitchen, drop the battery there because I mean you can't carry it anymore. It hurts like a bitch. You can no longer use this battery. If someone wants to make use of it, it's gonna have to be someone else on the team. Like you said, the muscle has to have someone else. And right now you are not out of commission, but at least out of physical commission, just standing there holding your lower back as you sort of you can't even bend your knees anymore.
Actually, they're fixed in a bent position.
Oh yeah,
as
a permanent,
I'm borderline
like slightly bent.
crouching
Yeah,
down, holding, like hand on the lumbar.
and when you
Sweat
kicked
is, like,
open the door, yeah,
Starting to drip.
when you kicked open the door, you saw like all the cooks split. You just got splashed too. What the
Yeah,
hell?
you got flung a
Yeah.
ladle flung out at your face as soon as you opened the door.
And
No insult to injury there.
oh yeah, Gemma and Buck, what's happening there?
Oh, what the shit? Merle, you all right?
Am I all right? Am I all right? Can you not see? I am in pain, man. I just
Yeah, I
got
can
like maple syrup shit all over my face.
Oh shit. Yeah. Wait. Why are these people looking at us? Why are they coming? Why are they coming closer to us?
Are they still coming closer to us, or are they just coming closer to Merle?
I think it's like half and
Us,
half. They're coming-
the two of you, Gemma and Buck, not Merle
Oh.
and
Oh,
not Noor.
shit.
Hey, Uncle Buck, grab that spatula and slap them some.
Likely, I'm gonna take the spatula and give it a whirl or two.
Are we electrocuting me? What's happening? Let's get the battery in here.
Well, hurry! Hold on, I gotta get them out. Get them off of me. Where's the battery?
We're supposed to get the battery in here. Merle's in no position to carry us anymore. Look at him.
Look! I'll try to
Get
get
out
it
of the
out.
lab. North's just gonna get out there, crouch down, and like just.
In a ball.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Center's what she kind of the way she dragged it out of the library in the first place. It was very difficult, but basically, like, getting down so low that her center of gravity is like a foot off the ground and just like slowly dragging the battery in.
Oh my goodness.
But this is behind the wall of cooks that are coming forward. And just to add to all of this, and I'm going to ask both Gemma and Buck to roll as this little thing happens. So, Buck, if you want to slap them to get past them and get to the battery, that would be an athletic check. But first,
Okay.
the two of you would also notice that the patrons have gotten up and they're closing in on you in that same zombie-like fashion. And I'm going to need the two of you to roll a single stress die. And then you can do whatever you want.
Waffle iron. Yeah, use the waffle iron to slap people. Heavier.
Use Bob.
Use
Bob
Bob!
is in there.
Bob doesn't want to be food.
Gemma, you are unfazed. And Buck with a 4. It's getting to you. Your next check, and only your next check, is going to have a -1.
Okay.
But after that, you're okay. It's just you're starting to feel the pressure now.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Is there a freezer in this kitchen?
Yes.
An ice cream.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
So you're
Athletics.
going ahead. All right.
Are you doing
Yeah.
spatula or Bob?
I can't do that to Bob like that. I'm
What
gonna
if
take a
Bob
spatula.
wants to be a part of the fight?
Bob looked like he needs Jesus. I don't know.
He needs
Bob
something.
Bob closed his clamshell to
Actually-
protect himself.
Some people would say Bob needs whipped cream and maple syrup now, but
No, the maple syrup is people. The
Or
maple
like
syrup
chicken and
might
grits.
be Bob.
give me that athletic check as you
Oh,
slap people
God.
about.
Oop, that was the wrong formula.
Bob is still hot. Get some ice cream on him.
Not eating Bob.
It's in the freezer.
I'm going to let Buck do his roll, but I'm not looking for ice cream in the freezer. I'm wondering if there are ice cubes in the freezer.
Highest is a 4, Buck, which means that it works. It's
So-
mostly positive, but you get to describe everything, right? It succeeds. However, you must include something negative for humorous effect.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I was like, I know it was -1, so.
Oh, no,
all
it's
right.
-1 die. It's like you have a die less instead of rolling.
Oh, okay. Damn.
But now that doesn't exist anymore because it was just for that
thank
one
God.
check. Yeah, so,
So,
the first die you
Oh.
rolled anyway was a 4. So that's what we're going with.
so I go through trying to slap a little bit here and there, and my lacrosse arm isn't as good as it used to be. I'm 43 years old. I don't have it as good as it used to be, and I accidentally knock Bob off the counter.
Oh no.
Oh shit. Bob? He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Okay, you got that? He's good.
The camera nods.
I'm like going through trying to get in there to the battery. How
But
about
you
Nor?
succeeded. So you
Sweet.
get all the way to the battery next to a Merle who's bent in half, a Nor who's trying her hardest to get the battery there. And
Do I move it? Do I budget?
Um,
Depends
How
if the
far
floor
did
is
you
greasy.
make it?
let's say
You
like
made
a
it like
foot, a foot and a half.
I
Maybe.
dragged it out of the lab.
Oh yeah, but the floor in these kitchen is dirty and slippery. Like,
It's full of grease.
yeah.
Listen,
slipping all over
Nora
the
fully
place.
maintains that the first mistake Merle made was picking it up off the ground.
Make a maple syrup slick.
Yeah, is there maple syrup on the ground that flew off of Merle's?
Do we want to touch the maple syrup at all at this point?
Well, I'm wondering if you want to.
I've already eaten it. I don't know
I
what
mean-
you're doing.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Nor, Merle, and Buck all did something. So Gemma, if you want to create a maple syrup slip, it would be up to you because everyone's kind of busy doing their thing.
Sure. I'll grab Bob up off the ground and grab up a ladle of the maple syrup and just like on the floor. Like
Power of maple syrup compels you.
Get
Um,
it closer.
the cooks
I'm going
will
around
say,
the back.
the cooks will reply as you do that, like, leave me alone! But you can make an athletic check.
Not another step or Bob gets it.
So what?
So what?
Bub's like, ungrateful little shits.
He's your boss. You have to respect your boss.
I'm
Oh,
my
he's
own
dinner on
boss
table
now.
3.
Ignore me, I'm a drama queen. Let's go.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah, if you want to throw
Oh,
stuff,
boy.
that's athletics.
Ooh.
Wow, that is a 6 on that one
Straight up.
single die. So it succeeds beautifully, and that is going to be how our because you succeed on the mission, which means we're going to move to this epilogue where the 4 of you get to describe. Well, Gemma, we'll start with you. You get to describe how making this slick improved things and what happened because you got a brilliant success. And then how you solve everything.
Well, the maple syrup is going to make the floor not just sticky, but slick so that they can easily like slide that 150-pound battery across the floor with the efforts of all three combined. And we're going to get it all the way over to the deep fryer. We're going to hook it up to the deep fryer, I'm assuming. Yeah?
It's to answer your question very quickly, Pooja, yes, until this is over.
What when we get it over, yes. As the slick kind of gets easier, and I think Uncle Buck and everybody, it gets a little bit closer. Nora will reach one hand into the bag, grab the AED, and toss it to Gemma.
Mm-hmm.
So that Gemma has the paddles. And once Nora's going to quickly try to attempt to get the cables tied to the conducting pieces and just say, drop them in there and get back here. And that's going to be our big plan. Our big plan is going to be to drop, because we don't have any cables. We're going to drop the paddles in there, run back to the battery and turn the battery on and let the electrocution happen while we are all a good distance away.
All right.
And fry the oil.
Our batteries all, let's see if that works. If not, ice cubes in boiling oil will work. But we're going to try this first. Clear? She drops them in there.
As you put it in,
Christ compels you.
The cooks and even the patrons go like, "No, don't do this to me!" As the bubbles begin to boil and roar, Buck, you were next to the battery, flick the switch on. I don't know, it's like 1,000 volts or whatever. It trips the breakers of the restaurant.
Yeah, the technical number is fuck off. It's a fuck off number of volts.
Basically. The oil splashes everywhere. The fryer sort of is fried and burns, catches on fire as a sort of like wicked face appears on the stainless steel in front of it. And just goes, "No!" as it melts away. And the entire fryer, the entire structure melts like Albert melted. But so do everyone who were more oil than people. In the case of Merle and Nor, there's just like there's a profuse like sweating of oil that turns into maple syrup that you can just wipe. Kind of like being slimed in Ghostbusters. Yeah.
I need a shower.
Congratulations, inspectors. The case of the evil deep fryer was resolved. And you were
wait, what about Bob? Bob,
Oh,
okay?
Bob's gone.
No,
Bob's
actually,
No, don't do that to Bob. Don't
Buck, you
do that to
decide.
Bob.
You decide. You
How
brought
does
it
Bob
up.
become a human?
Actually, that's even better. Buck, you decide. Mike, if you want, we're gonna go 1-on-1. Tell the camera
Let's
what
do
the
it.
fate.
Let's do it.
What's the fate of Bob?
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
All right.
So yeah, all the thing. Never expected something like that to happen. You know, the maple all over the place. I'm glad I was able to help out. And guess these old legs can still make it out. Hopefully, Merle will be able to fix his back. I know Jim ain't gonna cover that. I don't think we have. Do we have workers' comp, Gemma?
No.
Shit. So everything went away, but you know what? Bob weirdly made it. Still a waffle iron, but at least he's got a face now. His face is the waffle, and now he's kind of taken upon himself to be the mascot of the group.
Jesus.
It's a good conversation, though. Heard he also went to the same school I went to, old lacrosse people. He was I was 1978. He was 1999. A little young, but nice to talk to. Yeah.
Bob the Waffle. All right. Let's give him an employee ID.
Yeah.
Was it
every time we make a waffle, the face on the waffle is different depending on how Bob's feeling.
Beautiful.
And the waffles are made in the shape of Bob's face.
Is the waffle iron Bob, or is Bob the waffles?
Yes.
I
Bob
don't
is
know.
the waffle. The waffle iron is his house.
Yes. But he replicates himself so that we can also eat Bob. Right?
I think we have to move the original waffle out.
Oh, we take Bob out and then make waffles and then put Bob back in?
Right.
We just borrow his house every now and then?
Well, there's like,
Oh
there's
my
another
God.
waffle iron. He kind of just plays catch with it, or, just goes back and forth, make sure he gets a cook, brings it out.
Jesus.
He
Well,
has to maintain
then
his tan after all.
we now have a J.K. Simmons voiced waffle. Which originally his name was going to be Bob Hoskins.
Sponsored by State Farm.
Yeah. So as we close our episode tonight, there's a few things that we're going to do, players on camera, a few things we're going to do off camera, but if you have lost if you have lost dice due to an injury, in this case, you're gonna have that's a little sad. You're gonna have to pay for that treatment out of your franchise dice. And so
Rip Merle's back.
a 2 or 3, it's a 1-for-1. So basically, Merle, you lost dice. I think you're the only one who did. So you succeeded, but in the end, you'll only earn 12 dice instead of 14. Because whether you like it or not, Gemma, he's not working during those days. The company loses money.
It's fine. I can take Waffle House to court to comp his medical bills. He got injured on their premises.
That's probably how you make all the money. That, or you run up Albert's credit card.
What was your degree in again?
Wait, how many wallets were on the floor of the Waffle House at the end of the thing? I'm sure the purses were intact, even if the waffles were on the body. People who turned into oil left their purses behind.
Oh yeah,
you need cash. We can't be having credit cards.
Like, we would totally.
I assumed anything that wasn't separated from them beforehand turned into.
Nor did not loot. This is beneath her. Nor stole kitchen implements for her experiment.
Yeah, I think this is the B-roll footage at the end of the episode as the credits roll. It's just all of you leaving the Waffle House like your ill-gotten gains.
Somebody pop the cash register.
I can get that favorite toy from my boy.
The cash register. The whole I can use.
At some point, Merle is just going to look at the camera and just like, oh yeah, we ensure that these belongings reach the people that it needs to reach. After all, there are families, and these families may want, to get these possessions back. We have, it's part of our service agreement.
Meanwhile, in Gemma's office, there's just like a
Gemma's like,
cash.
they're in a closet in my office. That's where they go. I've told.
Nor shakes open the cash register, dumps the cash on your desk, then takes it away. She wants the register.
We're definitely making sure every belonging is going to the loved ones.
Who is the camera asking each of us?
I think that's, yeah.
Nora just says, listen. We run off of duct tape and fumes. We got to take what we got to take. Besides, we use other people's stuff to help them, so we're just paying it forward.
God. So with that, we're going to close our first episode of InSpectres with this utter chaos. Those of you who've lost dice, so Merle, you get them back. You will have been on a extended, so like a long weekend vacation to recuperate from this. We're gonna fix like where our dice go for next time, but before we leave, dear players, we're gonna go around the overlay, same order as we did the intros. Tell our viewers where who you are, where they can find you. If you have anything going on in your lives, the mic is yours, and we will start with Mr. Buck Silsmore.
Hello, fellow nerds. I'm one half of Nerd Doom, where we run a podcast and some other content. We talk about anime, gaming, and nerd culture. You'll find me at Twitter and pretty much everywhere else at Nerd Doom with a 3 instead of an E.
Thank you so much for coming. Next up, Gemma Artel.
Hello, I was playing Jim Artel. I am Hannah. You can find me at Hanimation Art on Twitter or Hanimation Studios everywhere else. And you can find me back here on Saturday at 1 p.m. for Scion, and then over on Praxagor Thesmophoria's channel at 8 p.m. on Saturday for some Mechton Raiders. Cool stuff.
Noor Sabah, you're next.
Hey everybody, I am Pooja, and I am playing Overcommitted April. So let's see where you can find me on Total Party Kiss on Saturday morning, playing a all queer D&D 5e horror campaign at noon Eastern. It's amazing. Y'all should come check it out. That evening, I will be on Praxagora Thesmophoria's channel with Hannah, playing Mechton and shipping my co-captains with a fervor that astonishes and scares. Hannah is one of the co-captains. I love them. Then you can find me over on Wednesday. I don't know. We took this week off for PAXI, so I don't know if I'll be there on next Wednesday. But on Wednesdays, I'm on Nat One Fun playing Running Feywild, which is a D&D 5e Fey campaign. Also lots of fun. And in the theme of Overcommitted April and possibly May, I will be either one of two places on Thursday. I will either be here or I will be playing vampires. So,
if I recall correctly, you'll the way the weeks overlap, you're not missing any other episodes.
Are we off next week here?
No, we're not off next week. So you're missing next week, right?
I'm missing next week, yes.
Okay,
yes.
And then everything else after you're there because we're in May.
I believe so. Well, Nora's blowing shit up alternatively. Like that's basically what she's doing. She's a wild cannon.
Yep. And our last player, Merle Longjambon.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrew at Anderful1 on Twitter. You can pretty much only find me here Thursdays. It's a great time. We get up to all kinds of, oh my god, you didn't just say that. And it works out in the end. So that's me.
So thank you so much, players, for taking time off your Thursday evening. Thank you so much, chat, for all the follows, the subs, all the everything. Thank you to our sponsors, Roll20, Mage Press. Thank you to Found Familiar, to Die Hard Dice. And we are the Wandering Society. We'll be back on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern for Scion, Birth of the New Gods. And then you can find me, Wandering DM, over on Praxagora Thesmophoria's channel on Sunday night at 8 p.m. For more Witcher, as I believe stuff's about to happen. God, I don't even remember what's going to happen. But it's bad. Something bad's about to happen. One of our own got mixed up with a vampire. So, it's bad. But, with that said, thank you everyone for coming. And have a good rest of the week. And we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.